In this video, we will guide you through an email automation from FeedbackWiz that enables you to create and set up custom emails to your customers in order to get more Amazon product reviews without much effort. If you would like to try FeedbackWiz tool for yourself, you'll find the link and a discount code below in the description. So now let's jump to the video.
Hi Gigi, thank you for joining me today on OrangeClick YouTube channel to talk about one very important topic for Amazon sellers, which is reaching out to Amazon customers after they have purchased a product. But before we do that, could you first introduce yourself and let us know how FeedbackWiz helps Amazon sellers?
Thank you again, Lisette, for having me on. This is Gigi from FeedbackWiz. So I'm one of the main account managers, and FeedbackWiz helps sellers with managing their business, and it's like an all-in-one place for your emails. So we help with automating either the review request button, or you can send out custom emails. I'm excited to further dive into that.
Okay, sounds really cool. As we know, Amazon always makes some updates, and you already mentioned this review request button. So we're eager to see how your tool works and how you help sellers with sending out those follow-up emails. So yeah, share your screen and let's see.
So within FeedbackWiz, when you do log in for the campaign manager, you have two options. The first one is the create custom email campaign, where you can use your own template that you create from scratch or use one of our pre-builds. And then the one that we just mentioned right now, the Amazon's request a review button, if you were to use the create Amazon review and feedback campaign, this automates that button. And when you automate the button, this is how the template looks like when it's sent to the buyer. So it's pretty much automating the request a review button. It will populate all of the data for you. You cannot further edit this template because, again, it is the Amazon's request a review button. And you would just set up a campaign to go ahead and send this out anywhere between 5 to 30 days after order delivery. So I'll just go ahead and first go over how to set this one up. So for the Amazon review and feedback request campaign, this one, yes, you cannot edit the template. This is the layout. It will auto-populate according to your product and your seller name. And this campaign is automating the request a review button. It fully automates it. You can send it anywhere between 5 to 30 days after order delivery. And it will not be sent if the buyer has already left a review or a feedback. You can edit the name of the campaign. This is just internal use. And then this is where you'll activate it, which marketplace you'd like to target. FeedbackWiz does have all marketplaces included. You would just need to set those up within your subscription plan. And then for the target orders, you're able to target the orders as soon as they're delivered or once they've provided feedback. So we're going to go ahead and leave delivered as the target order. And then within FeedbackWiz, you're able to exclude any of the following orders. So anybody that's already left you negative seller feedback, you can always go ahead and just like exclude them from receiving your review request because they're most likely going to also leave you a negative review. And then if you don't want to target the orders that have promotions, this is preference based only. And then returns, refunds, or delayed shipment. With FeedbackWiz, we do get refund data in real time if you have your seller central notifications set up, which you'll see a little pop-up here if you do select it. And this is how to set it up. The schedule, you're able to send it out. This is where you can select what time you would like to send out the request and how many days after the order is delivered. So based on Amazon's rules, it could be anywhere between 5 to 30 days after the order is delivered. And if you didn't want to target all products and you only wanted to target specific SKUs or ASINs, then you would just come in here and select whichever ones that you would like to target, and then you can click selected only and then select the ASIN. So right now I'm targeting 6 ASINs. We also have the advanced options, which is the buyer's purchase count. So meaning for new buyers and repeat buyers, you have the ability to target them based on how many times they've purchased from you. By default, these 4 are always checked for you, but let's say you don't want to target your new buyers and you only want to target repeat buyers, you're always able to unselect this. This is also preference based, and then all you would do is click review and save, and then this would go ahead and automate the campaign for the Amazon review request button automation. This is the first campaign. And then the second way that we do help out with your review and feedback request is if you were to set up a custom email campaign with this option, you are able to have a little more customization within your template. You can go ahead and insert your campaign name. Email template is a template you've already created, or it's one of our pre-built ones. And I will go ahead and show you within the template manager. If you were to come to template manager, this is where you would go ahead and create a new email template or load one that's already created. It's super easy to create a template. Anytime that you do come into the template manager, this pop-up appears for the buyer-seller messaging communication guidelines. I highly advise you at least check this out at least once to make sure that your message is going to be compliant with the Amazon TOS. You can create your template name that's internal. The subject line is going to be right here, and then you can set up your different languages right here, and then upload your logo, any email attachments that you may have, and then this is where you would easily type in what you would like to have within your template, which is the actual email message. And our pre-built templates, they will look like this. So our pre-built templates, we have them for the following scenarios. I'm just going to go ahead and view the seller feedback and product review request. So this is how the template will look like. This is a pre-built for seller feedback and product review request. This is the subject line. You can further edit any of this information here. This is just like an example for you to go ahead and get started with a custom email. We have the following variables that will auto-populate based on the order, because you can easily change the order ID displayed here. So you'll be able to see the data will populate based on the order ID. So here is an example custom email template. And once you have the template selected, then you can come back into your campaign manager to create the custom email campaign. Once it already has a name going, you can go ahead and select your email template here, activate it. And then within the custom email campaign, you have a little more target order options. So if you're ever requesting the product review request, I would always suggest do it after the order's been delivered. That way you can ensure they already have received the item before you send out your request. And it's very similar to setting up the Amazon campaign. So you have the same exclusions. And then within the schedule, you're able to send out anywhere between the 30 days after order delivery. And then you can select all products or select the ASINs. And you also have the option to target the buyer purchase count. So this would be for the custom email campaign. Regardless of which campaign you do set up, your campaign queue page will queue up all of your orders that qualify for your campaign targeting rules. So once you're in the campaign manager, you'll be able to see this is a campaign going out for this order ID. These are the products, the ship date, delivery date. You can easily remove it from the order, or you can remove it from the queue, or you can mark it as do not solicit. Within the campaign manager, you are able to search by all orders, ASIN SKU, order ID, or come in and see which campaigns are going to be sending out. So the campaign queue is what queues up the orders to send out with the campaign that you have set up. That's how easy it is to set up any campaign within FeedbackWiz, and this is what will help you automate your review and feedback request.
Okay, thank you very much for the overview. I think today it's not possible to manage emails effectively without using any software, right?
Yeah, because you need to automate it since there's so many orders. If you do go in and manually do this, it is very tedious. It is possible. It's just going to take a lot of work on your end. So we just make it easier by automating this option for you.
Okay. And yeah, you showed there's two options, either to send out an Amazon campaign or a custom email. So which one would you recommend for sellers to use?
So we always recommend testing them out first because it's not a one size fits all. Some sellers do a lot better with automating their review request button. Some sellers like to customize the message a little further. But then like you always have to check with the TOS if you're compliant in case it does ever change. So if you want to just go on autopilot, I always suggest the Amazon request review button because you never have to worry about the terms of service inside of Amazon changing. So it is user preference. Test them out, see which one helps you receive more reviews.
Okay, and regarding being compliant to TOS, so you showed there is a pop-up which leads Amazon sellers to read more about the rules for communication with the buyers. Is there anything else you do from your end to make sure those emails that will be sent out would be according to the rules?
Yeah, so we do provide that pop-up that does provide references in terms of going over what the terms of service entails. But if you ever want to reach out to any of us at FeedbackWiz to even audit your template to make sure it is compliant with the rules, we'd be more than happy to go ahead and go in there and audit your template and let you know that, hey, this is compliant or you should update this just in case it might get flagged by Amazon. So we do help with auditing templates if you request it through support@feedbackwiz.com.
That's actually a very useful thing because I know many sellers who have put together their emails incorrectly and they end up being banned for 30 days, for example, from sending any emails out. So imagine if you do a lot of sales, how many emails you're actually missing sending out and how many reviews possibly you are not getting because maybe you had one wording incorrectly or added something that shouldn't be there. So definitely very good that you're helping sellers with that as well. And generally speaking, as you work with sellers and you provide this tool for many sellers, what would you say, what is like a good time to send out the first or like the email after the purchase? Like, is it usually, have you tested this at certain days, like 5 days after or something else?
So again, like I mentioned, testing it out, you should always test out what works best for you and your buyers because every seller works different and they all have different products. So we always suggest that just imagine if you were the buyer receiving your own product, how long will it take you to evaluate your product after you've already had it delivered, you opened it up, you've used it. So they do mention that if it's like a cell phone charger, like 1 day after delivery is usually a good estimate to get a review request. But if it's like a fat burner, then those ones are about like 30 days after. So it just depends on the product itself and what you believe is the evaluation process for it, since you know the product best. So it's all about testing it out. So I would always suggest at least 5 to 14 days, at least, just because that way they get some familiarity with the product and time to evaluate it as well.
Okay, so it would be important to put yourself in the customer's shoes and imagine yourself receiving the product and actually using and getting the first experience. Okay, sounds really reasonable and good. So this is one of the tools that FeedbackWiz is offering for Amazon sellers. So now it's a good time to ask, could you give us an overview of what other tools you have and what's the best way to learn more about the tools and also subscribe if anyone is interested?
Yeah, so within FeedbackWiz, how you are able to automate your review and feedback requests. We also help sync your review and feedbacks as well. If you sign up for the product monitoring plan, the product monitoring plan helps you keep track and manage all of your product reviews within a single place on FeedbackWiz. So it helps you stay more organized with your product reviews. It gives you an overview. And the listing alerts that we do offer for product monitoring are such as buy box, hijacker, listing alerts. So we do have a lot of listing alerts that help you stay on top of your products and helps you stay organized. The seller feedback section, that's provided within all of our plans. So any plan you do sign up with, seller feedback, you're able to get that synced within the tool, but product monitoring is an add-on. And then lastly, it's profits. Profits is an add-on as well, and that helps you keep track of all of your business expenses, cost of goods, and just gives you a great overview analysis of how well your business is doing. And it also breaks it down to the product level as well.
Okay, we will add all of the links to the description of the video as well. And if anybody watching this video has any questions about how the tools work, don't forget to leave your questions as comments. We can ask Gigi to come back and answer those as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here today with me. And we hope many sellers find their way to your tools.
Oh yeah, no problem. And thank you so much for having me. And yes, if anyone has questions, feel free to reach out, support@feedbackwiz.com. And again, thank you so much, Lizette, for your time today.
I hope that the ideas shared in this video will help you to increase the number of product reviews you get on your Amazon listing. In case you want to try FeedbackWiz for yourself, find a special 50% discount in the video description. And also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below so that you can see more content we create. And now I would like to invite you to watch other video where you will learn how to use the FeedbackWiz profit analytics tool and its features to track your Amazon profits. So check this out.